Sometimes it takes something clever but unusual to solve an everyday problem, but it also takes courage to step outside the box and do that. So today, we're going to show you some weird but effective life hack. Make sure you keep watching until the end to find out how to make your phone play music louder using an everyday household object. If this is your first time visiting The Things, then it'd be great if you could click the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Today, we're going to show you 10 insane life hacks you should dare to try. Garlic under pillow. One of the world's most popular and most divisive foodstuffs is garlic. Now, we at The Things do like a bit of it in our food, but we can kind of understand if you don't. After all, it does have a very strong smell. But did you know that garlic is one of the healthiest foods around? That's why in the Middle Ages it was known as poor man's treacle. Treacle didn't mean then what it does now. It was the medieval English word for medicine, and we're pretty sure you know all about the legends of vampires being repelled by the stuff. But garlic can be used for one amazing life hack. At one point or another, we've all been unable to sleep, but if a spot of insomnia is a problem, then garlic can help solve it. If you put a clove of it underneath your pillow, then that will help you get to sleep. That's because the sulfurous compounds that are so rich in garlic combined with its smell will help you to drop off. And even if you don't like the smell, you should keep going with it for a few days so you can get used to it. Better yet, help both kickstart your sleep and give your immune system a boost by eating a clove every day on an empty stomach.
Hey guys, we are so excited to announce we are producing our own original content. Head over to The Trendy for the best DIYs, fashion tips, makeup hacks, and so much more. We are sure you're going to love it. And be sure to let us know what you think in the comment section. We love to hear from you. See you there.
Toothpaste cleans your headlights. If there's something that you can find in pretty much every bathroom in the Western world, it's toothpaste. It's pretty much an essential for everyone. After all, practicing good oral hygiene helps ward off a range of mouth-related horrors. Of course, you should visit your dentist, but it helps to keep your teeth free of plaque and decay. And of course, having healthy gums is important also, and regular brushing can help with that. But it's not only warding off bad-looking teeth, it'll also help your breath stay smelling nice and fresh. But while you need to keep toothpaste in your medicine cabinet, have you ever thought of keeping it in your car? That's because toothpaste doesn't just clear bad things from your teeth. No, it can also clear grease, grime, and gunk off your motor's headlights too. Pretty amazing, right? This is because toothpaste contains a very mild abrasive substance that helps rid your teeth of mud. The same thing will also do exactly the same for the headlights of your car if they get dirty. What you have to do is pretty simple. If you wash the lights with soapy water first, that'll help, but then you should put some toothpaste on a wet cloth and give your lights a good rub down. It should take about 10 minutes, but it will work. Just make sure you turn the lights off if the engine isn't running. You won't want to waste your battery. Clean your bathroom with Saran Wrap. We at The Things know just how important it is for people to keep their bathrooms clean. After all, it's probably the one room in your home that is the most at risk from germs. But we also know that cleaning it can get more than a little bit yucky with all the things that can go on in there. That's why we really love this next life hack. And if you dread having to clean up your toilet bowl when it's blocked up, you will too. What's really cool is that it uses something that you already had in your home, but you wouldn't have kept it in your bathroom. No, we think it's something that's in the kitchen. Any idea what it might be? It's Saran Wrap. What you have to do is fairly straightforward. First, you make sure that the toilet bowl is totally covered with the plastic wrap. It has to be on tight, otherwise it won't work. Then you have to press down on it while you flush. What this does is create high pressure within the bowl and the pipe. That will help break through the blockage and get your toilet working properly again. That way, it's much more likely to stay clean, and we think it's much more hygienic than using a plunger. Make sure to throw the plastic wrap away after though. DIY banana face mask. It's pretty important for a lot of people to look their absolute best at all times. It could be because they have the sort of job that means they interact with the public a lot. It could be because they subscribe to the look good, feel great school of thought. It could be anything, but keeping up appearances is an important thing. And if that is your sort of thing, you'll know that it makes sense to look after the skin on your face anyway. One of the best ways to do that is to use a natural face mask of some sort to help moisturize your skin and keep away the blemishes. However, you'll also know that face masks can get pretty expensive, but don't worry, help is at hand via a wide range of things that you just might have been keeping in your kitchen. For instance, did you know that you can use a banana to make one? That's right, if you mash up one of these popular yellow fruits so it makes a paste, you can apply it to your face and neck. Once you've done that, you need to give it about 10 to 20 minutes for it to dry, and then wash it off with cold water. The nutrients will have soaked through your skin, leaving it moisturized and looking and feeling softer. Charge your cell phone quicker. A lot of younger people today can't imagine what life would be like without their cell phone. Even for those of us who are a bit older, it seems weird that we used to survive without them. How did we cope? How could people get a hold of us? And the advent of the smartphone made them even more essential in today's world. It seems kind of hard to remember how we couldn't check our emails or catch up on the news or even check our favorite websites unless we were sat down at a computer. However, as much as we're glad mobile technology has got to the point it has come at a little bit of a price. You see, as cell phones have expanded to do more and more things, they drain their batteries a lot faster than they used to. So quite often you'll want to get it charged as quickly as possible, but you don't want to totally switch your phone off either. Maybe you want to listen to some music or watch a TV show on it. Those are things that would have been unimaginable before phones became smart. Anyway, here's how you can make charging take half as long. Just switch it to airplane mode. If you've got Wi-Fi, you'll be able to do most of the things you do anyway. It'll charge twice as fast because it no longer uses valuable battery time searching for a cell tower. Cut rice calories in half. For a large proportion of the world's population, rice is the staple food. For an even larger proportion, it's something that's still eaten on a regular basis. But did you know that it can obtain a lot of calories? Even a small portion of the stuff has 200 calories in it. When you consider that it's usually part of a bigger meal, that's quite a lot. But some scientists came up with a brilliant life hack that has been proven to slash the number of calories that the human body takes in from rice in half. Researchers at the College of Chemical Studies in Sri Lanka discovered that by pouring a teaspoon worth of cooking oil into a pot of boiling rice would do something amazing. The oil contains a fat molecule that helps turn some of the natural starch contained into the rice into something called resistant starch. This is basically a starch that doesn't get absorbed into the body. That means that if you were to eat rice prepared in this way, then you could take in as little as less than half the calories you would otherwise. Of course, it would have to be the right rice. But even if it wasn't, it would be a reduction of 10%. The research's supervisor, Dr. Pushaparaja Thavaraja, also says that the resistant starch helps the good bacteria in your gut, which will in turn help your digestion. Egg freshness tests. The humble egg is one of the most useful foods you can find in the kitchen. You can add it to food to give it a certain texture, but you can also do things with it on its own. Whether you fry it, boil it, poach it, scramble it, or make it into an omelet, it's always delicious. Well, almost always delicious. Because here at The Things, we know that there's nothing quite so awful or disappointing as an egg that's gone bad. It turns a tasty and nutritious item of food into something that's bad for you and smells absolutely awful. But is there a way that you can find out whether an egg is bad or not? Yes, there is. Actually, there are many different ways. But today, we'll tell you about two of them. Firstly, you can put an egg in a small cup of water and see whether it floats or not. If it goes straight to the bottom and rests there horizontally, it's really fresh. If it sinks down but then it tilts up, it isn't super fresh, but it's okay. You should be able to eat it. But if it floats, it's gone off. You can also put the egg to an ear and give it a shake. If you can hear things moving around, it's off. A stale egg has absorbed more air. This means it'll float, and it'll mean the white moves around more when you shake it. Ice cream plastic bags. If you're thinking of having something for dessert, we bet that you were thinking of one thing in particular. That's right, ice cream. This is something that we love to eat, whether it's a big bowl of it on its own or as a side to another dessert. But there's one thing that we don't like about ice cream. That's the merry havoc it plays with our spoons. We think you know what we're talking about. You go to the freezer all ready to get the cold and creamy treat, but then it happens. You can barely get the stuff out of its container, or worse yet, you dig just that little bit too hard and your spoon bends in a way that would make Uri Geller proud. And if you don't know who he is, he's a guy who bends spoons using the power of his mind. Anyway, you should just use a scoop, but you don't have one. Or you could wait a bit, but you want it now. But with the right preparation, help is at hand. Before you put the tub in the freezer, you should get a Ziploc bag. Squeeze most, but not all the air out of it and put it in there. The little bit of air will protect the ice cream tub from getting too hard, and you'll be able to enjoy it straight away. Splinter removal. One of the most unpleasant things we can think of experiencing is getting a splinter. Those little bits of wood can be really irritating and painful. If you've ever had one, then you'll know just how bad they can be. And while a lot of people like to use tweezers, they can actually make things worse. Just think about it. You are actually ripping something out of your flesh, finish. And that is always going to hurt. But there's another way. Now, while a lot of the life hacks we are talking about today are relatively recent discoveries, this one isn't. This dates back from the 1900s. Back then, people didn't know just how dangerous cigarettes were. This meant cigarette companies used to insert cards into their packs as collectibles. Gallagher cigarettes were no exception, and they produced a series entitled How to Do It, which featured useful tips. If you want to see the cards and you're lucky enough to be in New York City, then these are kept in the public library's archives there. They suggest getting a small glass bottle and some hot water. If you fill the bottle with water, you can attach it to the area of skin where you've got the splinter. What happens then is that the steam from the hot water will help draw the splinter out as the suction from the bottle helps get rid of it. Paper roll speaker. Perhaps the biggest game changer in the way we consume music has been the smartphone. Not only did the MP3 revolution mean that we didn't need to have a music player and physical copies of music, but the smartphone meant we didn't need a computer. We could just download the music we want to listen to onto our phone, plug it in our headphones, and listen. However, as much as we like that, we know that sometimes it's good to listen to music with other people. We've all been in a situation where we've discovered a cool new track and wanted to share it with others. But while you could do that with traditional music players, it doesn't work so well with a mobile. The sound quality from the speakers can be a little bit quieter than we'd like. However, someone came up with an absolutely genius life hack that helps to solve that problem. All you need is your phone, a paper roll holder, a knife, and some scissors. You make an incision in the roll and then cut out a hole for your phone. It might help to have some pins to help it stand up, but regardless, if you put the phone in the hole, it will amplify the sound. But that's got us thinking, what are the life hacks that we haven't mentioned today? Don't be shy and let us know in the comments. And that's it for our 10 insane life hacks you should dare try. If you enjoyed it, why not check out 20 genius car cleaning hacks? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.